This is the great legend, and I am coming at you live with my WWE Battleground 2016 review. Tonight, fans, July 24th, 2016, and a little earlier, or a little while ago, I finished up watching WWE Battleground live on the WWE Network, which you can get for the low monthly price of $9.99. And fans, it was a pretty good show. I was impressed. You know, a lot of their I kind of call these, or most of the time I think of these as throwaway PPVs. You know, where it's not a SummerSlam, it's not a Royal Rumble, you know, it's not a WrestleMania, it's not a Survivor Series. Those are my big four WWE's PPVs. But this Battleground, it was pretty good, and man, there was some battles tonight. Now, I don't do a lot of these WWE review PPVs or anything, just because I usually watch them the following night, or I'll fall asleep, or something else comes up. But you know, it was a great show, I thought, and I had a lot of fun watching it, and there was some great fun stuff. And how I do these, and I think I've only done maybe one, or I think I reviewed last year's or WrestleMania 32. I can't really remember. You have to check the past, but I want to start doing these every Sunday night after the pay-per-view goes, and I may do them a little later, but I like just kind of going with the Battleground, or you know, the WWE title backdrop, you know, and then just do an audio cast, if you will, just to kind of hear the voice and let you know my feelings on the subject that I'm talking about. I just want to also give big props and some shout outs to my 4 viewers watching right now. Don't forget to thumb this video up or thumb the video down. It's always good to get that constructive criticism, that constructive feedback. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my awesome viewers. He is Turtle Power incarnate. He is Bruce Zayas. And he says the title stays at SmackDown. That's right, fans. The Intercontinental Championship, it stays at SmackDown. Count Von Strange, Sami versus KO. That is Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, was the best match of the night in his opinion. And Tat's Comics is here saying, "What's up, legend?" And Tat always has some great music and a lot of live action at his channel. So does Count Von Strange, one of the premier Walking Dead fans in the comic book community. And Bruce Zayas, the Cowabunga Kid, all the way down from the underground, the TMNT sewer line. Not even the Foot Clan can get what's his. It's mine. Alright, bad rhyme, I guess. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me, and thanks for commenting so early in the video. What I'm going to do with these, I'm going to kind of go over each match, what I thought about each match, including pre-show, if I was able to catch the pre-show. And tonight I did catch the pre-show, and it was okay. It's kind of a throwaway match, but that's all right. You know, it keeps the pre-show interesting by giving another match of the night, which I think is pretty cool. Also, the way I rate the matches is kind of like the WWE 2K series. 1 star all the way up to 5 stars. No stars if it's just shitty. No, but you know, they wouldn't be in the WWE if they put on no star matches. You know what I'm saying? And I may go 3.5 and some 4.5s in there as well. And of course the 5-star match, which is, you know, just some pay-per-views I've seen, some WrestleManias I've seen. I don't give 5 stars for the matches. But Battleground 2016, it's a pretty good PPV, and at the end of the show I'll give you my, you know, I'll give you the match, or the PPV rating, if you will, in the 5-star category. Let me go over real quick the first match, which AKA is the pre-show match, actually, where it was the team of Breezango, AKA Tyler Breeze and Fandango, versus the Usos. This match was okay. It was your typical just kind of back and forth, a lot of kicks, a lot of like flying moves, swinging neck breakers, the typical stuff. And I like Tyler Breeze. He's an underrated wrestler, very good, very capable, just very underrated. And his gimmick is, it is what it is. It's the pretty boy, don't mess with my face, I'm a model. Fandango, the typical Disco Inferno, the dancer type gimmick. And then you have the Usos, which, use their Samoan heritage, plus they play in the paint. They got a little face paint. Anyway, I'm talking too much about this match. This match, I would give it a 2.5, but it was a surprising match. Usos are always the fan favorites, especially with the young kids, and they got beat this match. There was a little interference by Fandango when Jimmy was going off that top rope to do his Samoan splash, and Fandango grabbed his leg. He took too much time, and when he dived off, Tyler Breeze got the knees up and rolled him up in a small package for the 1, 2, 3. So it was like an upset victory. But it was cool to see the heels, get the win, Tyler Breeze and Fandango, because a lot of times they don't win their matches. They're just the typical guys. I don't like calling people jobbers, but currently Fandango and Tyler Breeze, they're what we like to call enhancement talents. And I'm not disrespecting them. I mean, both of those guys are awesome wrestlers in their own right. I mean, I love Fandango's finisher, the big leg drop off the top rope. Man, your ass must hurt when you land that one. And I like Tyler Breeze's moves as well. And the Usos, I don't know, man. The Usos' current problem is right now is they're related to Roman Reigns, so I think that's bad for him, But Usos still always put on great wrestling matches. But I have to give this whole thing 3 stars. And that's being generous. I would have given it 2.5, but since Tyler and Fandango actually won the match, I'm giving a half a star just for that. So it, just goes to show that WWE is kind of, thinking outside the box. Let the bad guy team win every once in a while, and you'll be able to see those two teams of the Usos and Breezango on SmackDown, Tuesday's live SmackDown, or they call it SmackDown Live. Now, the first official match of WWE Battleground was Sasha Banks and her mystery partner against Charlotte and Dana Brooke. Now, beforehand on the pre-show, everyone was going over who they thought was going to be coming out. King is such an idiot. Well, I don't know. You got to think, like, are they making him say this stupid stuff or what? I mean, he's got some pretty good jokes, but he was way better in the Attitude Era, a lot funnier. But and I love the King as a wrestler and everything, but man, he's just kind of an old timer now. It's kind of like you do got to get some new people in there. And Charlotte and Dana Brooke classic. Let me get to a little like recap of this whole thing. Originally, Emma was supposed to come up, and Emma is a great wrestler, and her new theme music is awesome. I don't know if y'all have heard the new theme music, but she doesn't do that stupid thing with her arms anymore. Just a lot better now. And a great wrestler, but she's been injured for a while because she was originally supposed to come up and be Charlotte's partner. But since Emma has been injured, they called up Emma's old NXT partner, Dana Brooke. So Dana Brooke, got called up. So they make a good team. I mean, just typical bad guy team. Dana Brooke is supposed to be the protege of Charlotte Flair, But anyways, King thought Summer Rae was going to be the mystery partner. Corey Graves thought Nia Jax was the mystery partner. And Booker just threw in some funny-ass stuff, calling Lita the mystery partner. Where Lita would normally be on the pre-show, but King kind of got demoted to the pre-show. So I guess Lita's probably just going to be working behind the scenes with the women wrestlers and stuff. But all those names are stupid. For one, Summer Rae and Nia, they're both on the roster now. I don't know if one's on SmackDown. I know Nia Jax is on Raw. I mean, they're okay. But the good thing about moving Nia Jax up to Raw, and let me tell you, this isn't just going to be about Battleground. This is kind of like the whole month leading up to Battleground as well. But what was great about it was Nia Jax is getting moved up. Nia Jax will have a lot more potential, I think, on the main roster because she is a bigger superstar in size and physical strength than pretty much all the other women wrestlers. Now, I would love to see her and Tamina go at it one of these days, but Tamina, it looks like she didn't even get drafted, so I don't know if she's even still with the company or if she's just going to be more of a manager role for Naomi or whatever. But I think everyone knew on the internet that it was going to be Bayley, even though this is a one-and-done thing. You know, Bayley ain't on going to Raw or SmackDown. They need Bayley in NXT for a little bit longer, and the reason being with Nia Jax going up, and hell, even Big Cass's girlfriend moved up to SmackDown, which that kind of split Cass and her up. I mean, I'm sure they're happy for each other, but and I guess they didn't want to put Carmella with Enzo and Cass, but anyway, she got moved up. So a lot of surprises there on that. But anyways, get to the point. Bayley came, and a lot of us knew it was going to be Bayley. I mean, it would have been stupid not to have Bayley. And you could tell when Sasha came out, she had the classic Bayley colors on her wrestling outfit. You know, the yellows, the blues, a little bit of reddish in there. You know, the colors there. So you kind of figured, and then it was awesome. I mean, the fans dug it. I mean, it was a great match, opening match to start Battleground by having Bayley make her first big-time appearance to the main roster. I thought that was really cool. And what was even cooler, they actually got the win. Sasha got the bank statement, backstab her into a bank statement on Charlotte. So that definitely has to put her in line for a title shot at SummerSlam. And I hope that Sasha Banks wins at SummerSlam and gets that title. I don't want to wait for another big pay-per-view to see that happen. A lot of times at these throwaway pay-per-views, the title doesn't change hands. I was actually surprised Money in the Bank and Dean Ambrose won the title there. I thought that was pretty damn awesome. I really liked it because it was in that 10-minute span. We saw Roman Reigns had the belt. Seth Rollins won it from Roman Reigns clean, which was a damn good match. And then Ambrose came in and cashed in on Rollins. I thought that was cool. But let's get back to Sasha Banks and Bayley and defeating Charlotte and Dana Brooke. It was a damn good match. I mean, there was a couple missed spots here and there, you know, but overall, I've got to give this match a 4 stars. It was a great opener. Having Bayley there was awesome, and they got the win. And the fans like when the good guys win, you know, so I thought that was really damn awesome. And it's good, you know, to see how Bayley's going to be when she finally does hit the main roster. But they got to keep Bayley in NXT to have her and damn. I always want to say the word Asuka or Ahsoka, kind of like the girl from the Clone Wars cartoon. Damn, what is her name? The Asian chick. Sorry if I offend any Asians, but she is Asian, so. Anyone in the comments know the Asian NXT champion? Let me know. I just don't even freaking remember. But while I'm thinking about that, let me go into some comments here. And this is kind of my first little practice on these wrestling review things, you know. Infrared Media, my boy Brian. Brian is in the house. Just wanted to see how you are. Got a doctor's appointment. Good. So glad you're doing good. Hope your eyes are getting good, brother. Kyle Walker in the house. Great to see you here, sir. And everyone's just kind of hanging out and chatting. So I'm glad y'all are here tonight. We're talking wrestling. We're talking WWE Battleground. Damn, I can't remember her name. God damn it. I always forget her name. Now I'm going to have to fucking look it up on the internet here. NXT champion. What is your goddamn name? Oh, I gotta type in women's champion. I don't care about any of these other people. Women champion. Asuka. Asuka. Did I say Asuka? Asuka. Asuka. That's her damn name. Asuka. Okay, so it's spelled freaking weird. Anyway. So, yeah, Bayley's got to stay down there with Asuka for a while. I don't know if Bayley will ever win the belt back from Asuka because, man, Asuka's strong style. Her style is that strong style. She hits hard, man. RMG Geeked, thanks for watching. So, yeah. Let's go on to the second match. So, anyways, to recap, I really enjoyed the women's first match of the night. There's some great wrestling in there. Dana Brooke, I mean, she's got the look, you know. She's physically fit. She just kind of has to work on her in-ring. She's kind of rusty in-ring. I mean, she could strike good, but holds and basics, she needs to work on some of those basic skills. Next up, we had the Wyatt family defeat the New Day. The Wyatt family, man. I mean, it was a great match. It was solid. A lot of high spots. There was one like screw up by Big E doing his suicide dive through the middle rope. Oh man, it looked like sometimes he doesn't. I mean, he can't keep doing that move, or he's actually gonna injure his neck after a while. But he came down funky on his neck. But I don't want to go too much into this. But it was a good tag match. Good solid action. You had Xavier Woods in there, and he was like getting hypnotized again by Bray Wyatt. And Woods was making a comeback on Braun Strowman and old Eric Rowan. And, man, he was putting it on him, and I was freaking hoping that he was going to win, you know, beat Bray Wyatt, but he didn't. Bray Wyatt caught him with the freaking he did that spider thing looking like Linda Blair from The Exorcist, and then that scared him again, and he got caught with Sister Abigail, so he went down. And this isn't going to hurt the New Day because New Day didn't have the titles up. One bad thing I think about the tag team scene in WWE is the New Day do not defend their titles enough. I think Enzo and Cass need to... I don't even remember where New Day is going, actually. I really don't. I know Braun Strowman is going to Raw, and Eric Rowan and Bray are going to SmackDown, but I don't remember where New Day's going. But New Day needs to put their damn titles up more. I mean, they never defend those tag titles. That's why New Day's had the titles so damn long, they never defend them. Well, not like it really matters, I mean, but... You know, WWE wants them to hold on to those titles because they draw. I mean, they make the fans happy. They're great entertainment. They define sports entertainment. But with Enzo and Cass, and Enzo's golden on that microphone. I mean, if there was, he's 6-star microphone skills. That's all I'm saying. And you know, this is only supposed to go to 5-star. But Enzo's golden. And Cass is just a beast himself. I mean, he once Kane and Big Show and all of them go, I mean, Big Cass, that's going to be your prototype big man. Everyone's going to want to have, like, as far as a 7-foot guy that can do all the stuff Big Cass can do, amazing. So hopefully he'll have a long career. Next up, United States Championship match. Rusev against Zack Ryder. Oh, man. And I'm a big fan of both of these guys, but I always like the underdog, even though, man, I love me some Rusev. And, dude, Rusev was just dominant the whole match. Ryder started to make a comeback, and he finally hit that broski boot. And he even hit the Rough Rider. But what he's been doing lately is he's been going for the elbow drop, which is just a big elbow drop off the top rope to finish his opponents. I kind of liked when he finished them off with the Rough Rider. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, so Rusev, you know, he won. He won the match. He missed the elbow drop. Rusev did the running super kick in the back of his head, set him up for that accolade. And at the end, Rusev continued the accolade on Ryder, and then Mojo Rawley comes out. You know, that's his NXT tag partner. You know, kind of get hype up in front of Rusev. But Rusev didn't give a shit. So the bad thing about this that I'm seeing with Mojo and Zack Ryder on SmackDown, they're going to tag him up again. It's so stupid. That's what they're going to do. And I like Zack Ryder as a singles competitor. I don't like him teamed up with Mojo Rawley. I don't really like Mojo Rawley. You know, I'm not a fan of his. No, I'm not disrespecting his wrestling or in-ring ability or anything that he does, but I'm just not a fan. So we're probably going to see the Hype Brothers tag team on SmackDown. So again, United States Champion Rusev defeats Zack Ryder by submission. Next match, well, let's check comments real quick if we have any live comments. Never look at someone while you're eating a banana. How you doing? Yeah, I liked Enzo on that mic. It was amazing. Kyle Walker, Raw's War versus WCW. Yeah, that's classic. New Day is Raw. Okay, good. So New Day's Raw. Okay. Well, good for Xavier Woods. He didn't have to mess with Bray Wyatt anymore. So good seeing y'all here in the chats. And if y'all are watching this on the rewind, please don't forget to comment when this is uploaded later. So the next match I want to go over with was the only 5-star match of the night. And Count called it. I think it was the Count. Yeah, Count called it. It was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. And I actually texted my friend earlier before the match went on, my buddy Hank. And one of these days, if he ever gets a microphone, Hangouts, or whatever, I'd love to get his thoughts, because I think he just signed up for a WWE Network. But I want to get my buddy Hank and talk to him about this. But he doesn't watch a lot of NXT, but he's gonna watch. You know, he loves Raw. He's gonna start watching SmackDown live, of course, on Tuesday nights. But man, 5-star match of the night, only match I saw. It was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. I mean, and I told my buddy Hank, I was like, you know, I get so damn tired, and I sensed Cesaro's frustration that he has. Like, sometimes he feels those guys are just taking up space because it takes a match. I'm a big Dolph Ziggler fan. I didn't get to see Dolph Ziggler on the card, but the problem is, there's no denying it. You know, I may get tired of always seeing Zayn and Owens, but the problem is they put on 5-star matches. I mean, every damn match they do is 5-star match. I mean, I've never seen, well, not in a long time from today's wrestling, or, you know, the 2010s and up. I don't see anything like their matches. I mean, their matches are phenomenal matches. They're excellent. Oh my God, they put on a damn good show. It was back and forth the whole time, and also, I didn't time the match or anything, but it was like a 30-minute match. I mean, it could have been longer than 30 minutes. I mean, they went a long-ass time. And if you look at Kevin Owens, you're like, how the hell's this guy going so long? But, dude, excellent match. Excellent match. I don't want to talk too much about it. It was all your favorite moves by both of them. Just an amazing match, and it kind of pisses me off that one of those guys don't have the U.S. Championship, or one of those guys don't have the Intercontinental. But like most people say, and like most of those guys that are just thoroughbred, pure sports entertainers, those guys are. Kevin Owens, just a guy you love to hate. Perfect heel. Sami Zayn, you know, underdog from the underground. You know, you want to root for him. But they don't have to have a title, actually. They're just that damn good. They don't have to have a belt or anything. And the belt doesn't make the wrestler. The wrestler makes the belt. Or the title or the championship doesn't make the wrestler. It's the wrestler that makes that championship. So they don't need it. Rusev, I mean, Rusev's a monster. I mean, with Rusev having that U.S. title, it allows him to have these streaks of where he doesn't go defeated because he's protecting that title. And it gives him something to fight for, which is cool. But those other guys, they don't need that belt. Not a knock on Rusev. I'm just saying, like, good luck anyone trying to wrestle away the United States Championship from the Bulgarian brute. Man, he's rough and tough. I want to give a special shout out to a 5-star YouTuber, Comic Noob, huge wrestling fan, huge current new era comic book community YouTube channel is Comic Noob. He preaches it, kind of like my boy Ron Killings, R-Truth. Check him out. Big fan of wrestling too. So I don't want to go much more into that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because you've seen that match 1,000 times. But like I said, they put on a 5-star match every damn time. Do I get tired of seeing them all the time? Yes, I do. I would love to see a Dolph Ziggler or a Cesaro or some different people. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's hard to take Zayn and Owens off that pedestal, and especially they work so damn well together. Next up, it was it was an okay match, man. I just felt like what JBL said, Natalya took Becky Lynch to school. I mean, what's good is, what kind of sucked is, Natalya would have been the women's champion. But, of course, I'm thinking, oh, she's old. And this isn't me thinking, this is probably just the brass, let's give it to some of these new era people, blah, blah, blah. So they had a screw-up last PPV where Becky Lynch accidentally bumps into Natty, and she goes down, and Charlotte gets her with the that stupid move, that front flip dumb roll move. What is it called? I don't know. Genetically superior, or whatever the stupid move is. Anyway, she won with that move, and Natalya lost, whatever. But Natalya got pissed, so she became a heel because she was beating the crap out of Becky Lynch. And I like Becky Lynch a lot. She's really good. But, man, I like Natalya a lot better. Because, dude, she's old school, man. The submission wrestling and the working on the leg, and she finally locked in that sharpshooter. There wasn't anywhere for Becky Lynch to go. So it was kind of cool. And they'll continue their feud because they're going to be on SmackDown. So we'll see a lot more of Natalya fighting Becky Lynch back and forth for a while. I don't know what this is going to do since there's no women's title on SmackDown. But, I mean, they'll put on good matches because Natalya and Becky Lynch are seasoned vets, man. They've been wrestling for pretty much half their life. So, God, I'm trying to remember that Charlotte's move. What is that stinking move called? It's like they're on all fours, and then she runs and flips behind them. It's kind of like Mr. Perfect always did those little flips over them and come down. God, I can't remember what that move is, but it's a funny move. But anyway, I'll remember it later on. Sometimes it's hard to remember all the people or all their little moves and everything. Even Michael Cole screwed up about 4 or 5 times tonight on the mic doing stuff. He's like, oh, and who, he said something like, God, I'm forgetting my names. This is actually kind of shitty because I can't remember these fuckers' names. He's like, Dana on Charlotte, and I was like, no, they're tag partners. That was Sasha against Charlotte. So that's stupid. Anyway, so the Natalya, it was good. I was glad to see Natalya get a win, even though, she's bad or, portrayed as a bad girl now. But good to see her get the win and just school that girl. And, anyway. Next up, Intercontinental Championship. The Miz versus Darren Young. Now, Darren Young, he's held the tag titles, I think, once with Titus O'Neil. $1 Million Players or whatever they were called. And Darren Young's really good. I think he's a good wrestler, but he's been a real low-card wrestler most of his career. But it was good to kind of see him, they put some I don't want to say they put money on him or whatnot, but they put some faith in him. They got Bob Backlund, old school Hall of Famer, to coach him and, just to kind of make the slogan is make Darren Young great again. Kind of like make America great again, make Darren Young great again. And the McMahons are big-time Republicans. And it just kind of like that. It kind of reminds me of that kind of deal. Make America great again, make Darren Young great again. But anyways, what's stupid, Miz, he's a good wrestler. He's a good heel. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people actually like that guy. We hate The Miz. Hate that guy. Oh my God. I just wish he would freaking leave WWE. But he's a good wrestler, and but he needs to start putting people over. But I think they're just gonna draw it out. I don't understand. I don't like Miz as the Intercontinental Champion, but a lot of times what the McMahons have always done in the past, they give the belts to bad guys because people will tune in each week to see if that bad guy loses the belt. They did it with Triple H through the Attitude Era. They wanted, like, the fans didn't want him to win. They wanted Mick Foley. They wanted Rock. They wanted someone else to win. But no, McMahon's keep the belt on people that the fans don't like. Hence Roman. But anyway, just my thoughts, you know. Anyway, so Miz, Darren Young, Maurice, that dumb wife of his, and Bob Backlund started getting stupid in the ring, and then Miz went out and started attacking Bob Backlund, and then Darren Young went out there and strapped that submission move on him. It's old Bob Backlund's chicken wing crossface or whatever. He's put that move on Miz, but he put it on him outside of the ring and didn't get Miz back in the ring, so they lost the match. So that was like a throwaway match, I thought. They're both great wrestlers, in-ring competitors. They're really good, but the outside interference is no good. I mean, it's like YouTube comic book community. There's just too much fucking drama, you know? It's like, get rid of the drama, get rid of the managers, let those two fight, let them have a decisive winner. So I thought that match sucked. Oh, yeah, let me go back and do some Natalya versus Becky Lynch. I'll give a 3-star because they're great wrestlers, but as a fan, they weren't really fighting for anything, so no big deal. Miz versus Darren Young, I'm going to give 2 stars. I know that's kind of low, and they are good wrestlers, but the finish sucked in that match, so they get 2 stars. And then we have the next match, John Cena, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass against AJ Styles and his club. This match was great. It was all over the place. I love a good 6-man tag whenever you can get it. If you have Cena and AJ Styles in the club and Enzo and Cass, I mean, Enzo and Cass are the young ones. I mean, the club, Gallows and Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, they've wrestled in Japan for years and years and years. AJ's wrestled all around the world. I mean, so they know what it's all about. Cena's been wrestling since 2000, or what was it, 2004? I don't know, but he's been wrestling since the early 2000s. He's a great in-ring competitor, great wrestler. All of them are good on the mic, but no one could touch Enzo on the mic. And I thought Enzo and Big Cass, I mean, I can't say enough good things about those two guys. Like I said, Enzo's golden on that microphone. Not since Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, have I ever been entertained by anyone on the microphone like I have Enzo Amore. That guy's amazing. And Big Cass, like I said, 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. That's the prototype of a new era big man right there. Freaking agile, athletic, speed, quickness. I mean, that's amazing. I've never seen a big man wrestler like Big Cass. I mean, you can go back to the mid-'70s, and if you can find some Andre the Giant in the AWA wrestling Hulk Hogan or Terry Hogan, whatever you want to call him, before Hulkamania, Andre was doing drop kicks. I mean, Andre was a lot thinner than he was when we were watching him as kids. This is before I was born. Even earlier than that, when my dad saw him down at the Dallas Sportatorium wrestling against him and Ivan Putski would come down from the WWF under McMahon Sr. And, that's when the wrestlers traveled the territories. Well, McMahon Sr. would send him down here to Dallas. I mean, then he would go up against people like Bruiser Brody or maybe not Bruiser Brody. I don't know if Bruiser wrestled way back then. But Fritz, mid-'70s. When Fritz was still wrestling, before Fritz bought WCCW, World Class. before he kind of took over that Dallas area. But dude, Big Cass is amazing. The whole match was just awesome. I mean, they were chanting Enzo like crazy. Cena and AJ, they hit their finishers, and then their teammates, made sure to stop the 3 count. And then finally, Cena hit the attitude adjustment on AJ and got the pin on Styles. And I kind of figured, Cena's going to get the pin. I mean, he is the franchise. I mean, a lot of people don't like Cena. And here's the thing. I didn't really care much for Cena whenever he was top dog, when he was world champion all the damn time. I wish CM Punk would have held the belt more, or even Alberto Del Rio, or some of the other champions like that instead of Cena. But let me tell you, like right now, Cena is great at what he does. He's an excellent wrestler in the ring. There ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the fans get into it. And the thing is, the fans, to get over in wrestling, you can be booed, you can be cheered, and you can hear it. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, 50% like him, 50% hate him. The kids love him, but that's all right. People love Enzo and Cass. I mean, people love Seth Rollins, and he's a heel. You know what I mean? Like, people are gonna like you no matter what if they like you. It's not so much Iron Sheik versus Hulk Hogan. It's not Iran versus damn America anymore. It's the WWE universe. It's their time. They decide who they like and who they don't like. So that was a great match. Cena, Enzo, and them, they beat Amore and Big Cass. They beat the Club. So it was good. Next up, we had Randy Orton appearing on the highlight reel hosted by Chris Jericho. Now, a lot of people don't like Chris Jericho. They just don't like him. But here's the thing about Chris Jericho. He's older now, but he hasn't lost a step in the ring. He landed on 69 tacks. I mean, shit. I mean, come on. 69 tacks. He's putting his ass on the line at this age for that company, fighting against Ambrose in some of those crazy Asylum matches. And he's awesome on the mic. He's not Enzo on the mic, but he's good enough on the mic where it pisses off the crowd, and the crowd hates him. That's kind of like The Miz. I don't like The Miz, but I respect The Miz. Jericho I actually like because I smile and I laugh at some of the stuff he says. So he had his highlight reel, and he hosted it, and he did a quick little interview with Orton. It wasn't really a quick. I don't really like big-time little Piper Pits or Ambrose Asylums or highlight reels or, whatever you want to call them. I don't like those before the main event. I think that's kind of stupid. But Orton had been gone for like 9 months with a shoulder injury. But you know what's stupid is the guys are like, they don't say, but he was filming a movie at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like the guy, wasn't doing like really rough wrestling, but hell, he was still good enough shape to make a freaking movie. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Condemned 2 or what the hell it was, but he did that. Orton's back as a good guy, a face, though he's normally a bad guy. And it doesn't matter with Lesnar. Lesnar's going to get cheered regardless because he's just a beast. He's like one of those special attractions that you bring into wrestling, and he's going to get pops, huge pops, no matter what. Let me check the comments real quick. I'm sorry I haven't been chatting with you. Got old R Daddy is the cringe. I don't really know what that means. I'll have to look that up on Wikipedia. But you can't see Cena. Jericho is one of the best heels in the WWE right now. Let me know what cringe is, because I'm kind of old school and I don't keep up with that hashtag shit. But, yeah, The Miz, he was the guy on The Real World, that's right. But, yeah. Jericho is one of the best heels. I mean, like, he started calling people stupid idiot. I mean, and then the fans get behind it and started calling him stupid idiot. It's like, damn, I got two down thumbs. I guess I am kind of doing shitty on this. But don't worry, fans. It's going to get better. I'll get better at these little reviews. And the fucking Charlotte Flair, her dumb little move is called natural selection. I mean, Mr. Perfect used to do this shit all the time. When an opponent was sitting on their ass and they had their back turned to Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect would jump over, flip over them, and pull their neck down. It's like a reverse snapmare or something, or actually a jumping, yeah, I don't know, fuck it. Anyway, how about this? I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. I'm the guy that no one fucking likes. Roman Reigns. But, anyway, let's get back to the Orton and Jericho thing. I thought, it was, I don't like those, like I said, but it was good. I mean, it was a good little deal. I mean, it was awesome. Orton even said he's going to beat Brock Lesnar. He said something like, without using performance enhancers or something. Oh, he says, I'm going to beat Brock like not enhanced or something. I don't know, something like that made fun of his Lesnar's performance enhancing thing. Oh, he said no enhancements needed. That's what it was. And Jericho kind of started laughing, and I paused it because I rewinded it. I wanted my wife to listen to it. And Orton says, I'm going to beat him, no enhancements needed. And then Jericho started laughing, and Jericho ad-libbed and said, you're going to get in trouble for that one. Now, I don't know if that one, on occasion, Orton does dig. I mean, he'll throw some shots out there. I remember when Wade Barrett was leaving, and then when who's that big guy that no one liked, Ryback, when he was throwing a hissy fit, Orton would take some shots on Twitter and everything. And Orton, he's going to say what he's going to say. I mean, because he's still going to get paid. I mean, he's a lock-in for Hall of Famer. Fans love him, and he is excellent in the ring. But, yeah, I thought that was really funny. And Orton, of course, he has 2 wellness policy violations during his time with the company. I think maybe probably just for smoking dope or something. And then at the end, he hit the old classic RKO on Jericho to end the interview. It was a good, clean RKO, though. I liked it. I want to give a quick, big shout-out back to my boy. Zayn. I did see a little botchiness moves, but it was that shoulder thing, I think. When he, his famous deal where he does the little back, he hops up, and butt bounces and does the backflip. Yeah, he did botch that move. I'm sure he's gonna have to ice that thing down. But after that move was botched, they played that injury out really well. And I don't know if it was a real injury or not. I'm sure it hurt like hell. But we'll just have to see, what they say in the news or whatnot. But I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, still to finish the match. But here's the thing, Sami Zayn's gonna finish the match because he wants to show them he can do what they put the money on. He'll be able to do it. And the last match of the night was the Big Shield reunion. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose, the Lunatic Fringe. Now, in my head, I was thinking Ambrose was going to pull it off. And it seemed like it was a fast match. The Jericho interview with Orton, I'm going to give that 4 stars just because the ad-libs and the making fun of the enhancement stuff that Orton called out Lesnar on. And I'm sure Lesnar's going to be pissed at that because I don't really know the facts behind that thing. It could have been a false negative on that test. I don't really know because he's never been tested for that kind of stuff before. So we'll just have to see. But if you look at the Roman thing, Roman was taking Adderall, which is an ADD medicine, to be more alert and be less tired. That's what his thing was for, or at least that's what I read about. So, I mean, they're really strict on any kind of drugs that the people take, even if they're prescription. I mean, even if you have a damn prescription, it don't damn matter. They're going to get you. So, you just better be keeping it real in the ring. But yeah, that last match, it was a really good match. It had a lot of high points, a lot of medium points. There wasn't really any low points in there. I thought it was funny how, before the match, you may say I'm bullshitting, but before the match, I was hoping they'd put their hands in the middle like that and do a little Shield reunion or whatnot. But it was funny that Seth Rollins did that, and then Roman and Dean Ambrose just started beating the crap out of him. Of course, Roman got booed out of his boots again. which classic Roman. You know, I don't really like Roman. He's just a boring big man, and I saw all of that stuff when I watched Goldberg. And Goldberg was actually cool, though, you know? Or like Roman, though. I just don't really like him that much. Seth Rollins and Ambrose, I mean, those are independent wrestlers, and you can tell they are just more polished. You know, they've been doing it longer. Now, you know, I kind of take offense to the thing about when the fans chant, "You can't wrestle," because if Roman can do all the basic bullshit. I mean, he can get someone in a side headlock. You know, they can lock up. He can get in a side headlock. He can be pushed and Irish whipped into the ropes. He'll come off the ropes, shoulder block one guy. They go down. That guy hits the mat, rolls over, hits the mat. Roman runs under him. You know, he can do all the basics, you know, crap like that. So it's stupid that the fans say you can't wrestle. But his thing is, it's not wrestling moves. It's not submission wrestling. It's not technical wrestling. It's just power moves. That's Roman Reigns' style. Look at Goldberg. His ass couldn't wrestle. Morons weren't chanting he can't wrestle back in the day. But, you know, there's different styles of wrestling. You know, there's striking, technical, submission wrestling. There's Chad Gable. He's in his own damn league. There's Kurt Angle. I mean, they're good wrestling. But you know what? And Dustin is right. Without having that WWE title on SmackDown, SmackDown wouldn't have a damn thing. I mean, look, the only other thing they would have is Miz with the Intercontinental, which everyone hates Miz anyway. So, yeah, they would probably not watch SmackDown. And it's weird how they did the draft. I feel like, well, let me go ahead and finish this match, and I'll close with what I thought about the draft. The match was good. I mean, it was a 4-star match. You know, I loved when Seth and Ambrose power bombed Roman through the table. I loved how Seth got him in the buckle bomb. He got Roman in the buckle bomb, and Roman's probably a heavy dude. A lot of great moves. That one move, it was like a bunch of moves. There's a little bit too many Superman punches for me. I mean, Roman does need to maybe do some more clotheslines or maybe some... I didn't even see a Samoan drop in that. Oh, he did one. I remember. Ambrose drop kicked Roman, and Roman did a Samoan drop on Seth that way. But Roman needs to do some more body slams or more suplexes. You know, maybe a Russian leg sweep here and there. I don't know. Roman has too many Superman punches. And it's just stupid looking. I mean, that move is kind of stupid. I mean, I can see Big Show doing his knockout, though, you know. The WMD, you know, but damn, Roman doing Superman punches? Stupid. But anyway, in the end, Dean hit his Dirty Deeds, butterfly, DDT on Roman, and I was glad that Ambrose kept that title. Because like I said, like, you're not going to see, I believe you don't see big title changes on... these are kind of the B shows. I mean, this ain't WrestleMania. It's not Survivor Series, not the Rumble, you know, not SummerSlam. So I thought that was a 4-star match. Ambrose, Reigns, and Rollins. And it's good that it's back on SmackDown because it gives, you know, people something to fight for. Now, here's the thing. On SmackDown, who's good enough to fight Ambrose on SmackDown? I think they could play the whole Cena and AJ thing all the way to WrestleMania because those two guys together are just that good. I mean, Raw has Sami Zayn and KO. They got Roman and Seth. They have Cesaro over there. They have Enzo and Cass. I mean, it is stacked. They got New Day over there. But don't discredit SmackDown. SmackDown, you got your Zack Ryder, but the only crappy thing about that, Mojo Rawley's over there. So there's that stupid tag team. But, I mean, at least maybe they could beat the Vaudevillains and stuff like that. So I just think Raw was just heavily stacked. Styles versus Balor. That would be good. Maybe if they can do like a thing, maybe where Raw, maybe they'll do a little cross promotion where they can fight each other or whatnot. But it's going to be interesting. I just think SmackDown, I mean, SmackDown has good wrestler. I mean, SmackDown has Alberto Del Rio. But with the brand split, some pay-per-views are only going to show like SmackDown people, and some pay-per-views are only going to show Raw people. So for your big pay-per-views, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and maybe one more, maybe Extreme Rules or TLC, one of those. Those will be with both shows. But then probably each show will have 3 of their own pay-per-views, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, Zagura, he said it right. There's too many baby faces in SmackDown. His favorite is Kevin versus Sammy, and man, that's right. 5-star. You get 5-star matches out of those guys every single time. They just put on a damn good show every damn time. Neville, I can't remember if he went to Raw or SmackDown. If he went to Raw, though, man, it's just too stacked over there. Plus, they got Sasha and Charlotte over there. Those are the 2 main women wrestlers, I believe. Becky Lynch and Natalya are going to be the 2 main women wrestlers on SmackDown, which is cool. Nia Jax on Raw, that's another big name. I think Naomi's on Raw. So, yeah, just Raw has more stuff over there. But it was good. Thank God the SmackDown got Cena and AJ Styles and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's another, like, sleeper hit guy. So it's just going to be interesting, you know. But hopefully it'll be better. And by doing this and having, like Dustin said, by having that world title on SmackDown, hopefully SmackDown will be able to beat Raw in the ratings a lot more. But I still don't think they evened up the 2 sides, man. I mean, I really wish they would have put Cesaro on SmackDown. Because now, I mean, Cesaro's not going to be getting a push again. He's just going to be jacking around, not getting anything good. I mean, hell, Dolph and I think Baron Corbin are on SmackDown. You know, I love me some Dolph. Yeah, and if you get some NXT guys, Dustin said, if you get some NXT guys up to SmackDown like Austin Aries, things will get better. And I think that's true. I think Aries would be excellent fit for SmackDown. And hopefully Nakamura can stay down there and win that title off Samoa Joe, I'm hoping. I don't know if they'll ever call up Samoa Joe, but we'll see. Well, fans, let me check the questions right one more time. That's all I've been kind of doing lately. Everything's looking good out there. I'm going to go ahead and close it. I'm going to give Battleground, the Battleground pay-per-view, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars out of 5. And that's pretty generous. It was good, but it wasn't great. You know, I give it about 3.5 out of 5. And the only reason I'm giving that 0.5 is because Sammy and KO put on a hell of a 5-star match. Enzo, excellent on the microphone. I love seeing Bayley. It wasn't really a surprise, but I love seeing Bayley out there. She did a great job. Charlotte got beat clean by Sasha with the bank statement, so look for that on SummerSlam. That'll be awesome. Let's see what else. The cheap shot Orton made about Brock Lesnar, about not needing enhancements, I thought that was good. And the last match, it was okay, but I was glad to see Ambrose hold on to that title and take it back to SmackDown. I thought that was excellent. Now, it's all about the new era, and hopefully they'll continue that. But on SmackDown, they still need to have some of the older guys. And I don't want to say, yeah, it really is. Dustin said new era, same old shit. It really is, you know. It's these young people. I mean, but finally, though, it really is kind of a new era because I don't see Cena wrestling for 2. I think Cena's done in about 2 years. Big Show and Mark Henry probably have about 2 more years. Kane has maybe 3 more years. Sheamus, I mean, Sheamus is still a great wrestler, but he doesn't really get pushed. Dolph's a great wrestler. He doesn't get pushed. So they are letting a lot of the new guys get some good stuff, which is good. But it just takes some time. It's kind of like building YouTube channels, subs, and views. It takes some time to get, to get going on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come out of the gate like you're Enzo Amore. Enzo. But 3.5 out of 5. That's my review, fans, for WWE Battleground 2016. Next month is SummerSlam. So that's going to be one of those awesome pay-per-views. We'll see who's going to get a shot at Ambrose. And I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if Cena gets a shot at Ambrose at SummerSlam and becomes the 16-time champ? I don't think that's going to happen. I think AJ and Cena still have a lot more of a story to tell. And I think Gallows and Anderson have a story to tell with Enzo and Big Cass. I mean, god dang. I really enjoy the tag team wrestling. Usos are a great team. Breeze and Breeze Fandango, that's a great team. I wouldn't mind seeing R-Truth and Goldust, because they could still go. They may be a little slower, but they still got it in the ring. Vaudevillains are entertaining. They broke up the Lucha Dragons. That's going to be interesting. Ascension, they're just enhancement talent now. The Wyatts, and it's going to be interesting. We have some wild card free agents out there. Like, where will Heath Slater go? And where will Luke Harper go when he comes back? Like, whatever happened to Tamina? I mean, so there's a lot of questions, and hopefully they'll all be answered in the coming months. As far as that Ryback guy goes, he shot himself in the foot. You know, that's what you do when you bitch and moan, you lose your job. You know, so if any of you out there that are watching and you want to be sports entertainers when you grow up, and if you ever get a chance to work for WWE, don't fuck it up. Don't do drugs, and don't bitch about stuff. Hey, if you're the perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, I mean, don't, and you know, he's the perfect example because he is the perfect 10. Ty Dillinger, if you don't know NXT, watch Ty Dillinger. He's an excellent in-ring performer. I've never really heard him on the mic much, but damn, he's a great wrestler. And you know, if that's your job, to get other people over on you, hell, that's your job. You know, just get paid for it. I mean, NXT, that'd be a pretty nice gig. You just live in Florida. You don't have to travel much. You know what I mean? You just put on shows close to home. But yeah, perfect 10 Ty Dillinger. Will be awesome to see him at the main roster one of these days. He's got the look, he's got the moves, but enhancement talent, you know. It is what it is. New era, same old shit. Anyways, thank you so much for watching tonight. This has been my WWE Battleground 2016 review. Hopefully next time I'll be able to remember names of the moves or things of that nature and not ramble too much, but I know how my old boy Dustin and friends play games. He likes when I do long-ass videos, so this one's dedicated to Dustin. And Dustin, we need to play Red Dead Redemption, and I can tell you about the glitches on the public server side. Pretty much we'll just have to play private free roam sessions and just find some new friends to play with, maybe Dan and John, or you know, people like that. Fans, this is the great legend. And for my WWE Battleground 2016 review, I am saying peace out. God bless. This is the great legend. Honor, you know, people like that. Fans, this is the great legend. And review, I am saying peace out. God bless.